Namaste, salutations, and good vibes. Happy Friday Eve. It is Thursday.
It is Thursday.
Friday Eve. And it's 9:25. And that makes it Thursday Night Vibes with Master Rochi and Mama.
It won't let me go to the garden.
Hello, Mama.
Hello.
Hello, Mama.
Hello.
Hey, there's Betty from Boone County. I spent some time in Boone County.
In Boone County?
Yes.
Well, hello, Betty.
There's Wayne and Parley and Amanda, Joe and Kristen, and it's all said hello so far.
It would not let me log in to the gardens page.
Well, why not?
I don't know. So I got to try to do.
Do you still work for the company?
I think I still partially own the company.
Oh.
But it didn't want to let me in there.
Well, I can understand.
I got it on my phone. It wouldn't let me do it on the company phone.
Well. Which
kind of stinks because it's the company phone. And I couldn't log into the company page.
Well, you know, the sign makers always know first.
Oh, is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Because if they're changing the door sign, your door sign.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, they always know first. Hey, Alice. Hey, Wayne. What's up? What's up?
Well, so okay, I got it now. So
right.
Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't let me sign in on the company phone to the company page.
I don't know.
I don't either.
So anyway, we've got a great show for you tonight. I got to fix some of the intros because we're not on Twitch anymore on Thursday nights. We're on LinkedIn. Yes, believe it or not, I am live streaming this garbage to LinkedIn. So you know what? They accepted me. Why are you knocking me all over the place? You're spinning around and hitting me.
Sorry.
No, we're going to talk about some cannabinoids because I had a specific question that said that they would like to know more about bone stimulation.
Okay.
And I was very aware of what CBD was doing, but I want to check into it, and I've got some interesting stuff on this.
Do you?
Yeah. So, it's kind of interesting. Then at the top of the hour, we are going to be joined by Sonny Goins, and he is having the rally in Crawfordsville, the Indiana or Legalized Indiana rally. So he's going to be on to talk with us and to share some stuff. He's got some big announcements. I'm not going to say anything, because I'm going to let the man himself tell you everything that's going on. But we are really, really excited about being part of this. So come out and see us on 420 Crawfordsville, Indiana, at the courthouse.
Yes.
So anyway,
I'm almost done.
You're almost done? Well, by all means. Hey, Donnie, sup, man?
I am. I'm just about finished. I would have been done.
You would have been done?
But
yes.
The phone wouldn't let me log in where I needed to log in.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's fine. And you know what? It's very early for her to get shirted this early. But you know what? I am rocking one of these T-shirts right now that you just saw. And remember, these are just a great fashion statement, but also goes to support a hello, Melissa.
Look, this one's been washed twice and you can't even tell.
Yep. But this goes to support a great cause, the marijuana maintenance program. So,
and from now on Monday nights, in all my sticker packs and all my prizes, I will be throwing in a marijuana maintenance program slap.
Cool. Cool. No, we were asked, or I was asked about cannabinoids and bone stimulation.
Bone
And
growth stimulation?
yes, bone. Well, you see, that's the thing. It's not it. Yes, bone growth and bone healing.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I read a few papers, and the one
So
that
like bone remodeling, like
Yeah.
like when they heal after a break or after.
yes,
Okay.
and how we're treating it now and how we can treat it, or what they're saying that we. Again, we're waiting for science to prove what we already know.
Right.
So, CBD is an excellent anti-inflammatory, and it also showed a lot of promise in bone density and healing properties. So I hadn't really read much on actually bone stimulation, to be honest, for quite a while, and that's why I'm very happy for the question, because it came. Maybe go back and look at some updated stuff. So I found a paper from the University of Pennsylvania
Okay.
that was written last year. So this is the most up-to-date research that I could find. A lot of the other stuff was 2 or 3 years older, but still had good relevant information, basically
Okay.
backing up the University of Pennsylvania.
So what was their conclusion?
Well, right now, when there is a fracture, we treat it with NSAIDs like aspirin and Tylenol.
Right. As a pain reliever, but that's a blood thinner.
But it is a pain reliever, and it has some anti-inflammation properties to it. But it also has a lot of drawbacks. It's a blood thinner. It can, cause ulcers. Tylenol can cause liver problems.
Right.
So there's generally low risk, but there's risk out there. But it doesn't do anything actually to help the bone heal, except for reduce inflammation.
Reduce inflammation, right?
Well, they found some information about CBG also
Okay.
being extremely effective in mice. Now, all of this is
right, because they are not allowed to test on humans.
Yeah, there's no human trials yet on this, but this was done on mice. And what they found is that the CBD and CBG are just as effective as an anti-inflammation and pain reliever as the NSAIDs, which I thought was very interesting.
That is very interesting.
That they were getting basically the same results between the two.
Right.
But the surprising...
Well, the funny thing about that is, what's in our golden medley?
Yes. I'm going to talk about.
You're going to tie into that, are you?
I will tie into that. But what they found out was that the cannabinoids, thank you to the endocannabinoid system, and this paper from the University of Pennsylvania really surprised me, because they used the term bone homeostasis.
Well, yeah, it's all homeostasis. Everything that we put in our body. And the cannabinoid system helps our body, the endocannabinoid systems, if you're using it properly and utilizing it, keeps the body in homeostasis.
Right. Well, what this does is it actually helps increase the uptake and absorption of minerals.
Right.
So not only does it help, hey, musician alive, what is up? What is up? But it also helps heal the bone and replace the density that was lost. So my question is, and I was trying to
get to that.
Well, trying to find out some more information. Does this have the same effect with osteoporosis?
Right.
And it seems like it does. There is less information on that than there was on bone growth stimulation.
Right. Well, because osteoporosis is the deterioration and thinning of the bone wall as you grow older. That's what osteoporosis is, and it causes your bones to weaken and break as you're elderly.
Right, and this could help that from happening. I mean,
help alleviate it, because your body's able to take in the minerals. And
well, even though, say, you're taking a calcium supplement,
right,
But if there is no way to actually transport that calcium into the bone to the maximum amount, if you're just getting a partial uptake, then that supplement's not really helping.
Right.
So what you're doing is you're adding this mechanism to help get that calcium actually into the bone.
Right.
So some fascinating
studies
stuff.
with CBG, huh?
Yes,
And CBD.
and for bone stimulation, and this works for bone breaks and other things. Especially, and you're welcome to do your own research, but it looks great. And you mentioned that our golden medley,
Mm-hmm.
and our golden medley does have that
CBG,
that CBD and CBG blend. And as far as I know, we're the only company that's doing this.
right?
You can go out and you can buy CBG, you can go out and buy CBD, but you're not going to get you're certainly not going to get a CBG 1500 milligram
Full spectrum,
full spectrum blend anywhere else. And the price is amazing.
Right, because to get out of what you get out of our one product, you would have to buy 2 different products, and you're not going to get as high a quality of a product.
Oh, exactly. You're going to be spending a couple of extra money on several different products, and you're not going to get the quality that you're going to get.
Right.
At
So if you guys
MasterRochiesGarden.com.
Yeah. So no, that's interesting. And I know we want to work on a couple new blends, but that me and you have talked about. But the different testing on the different cannabinoids is just now becoming a thing. Because the states are legalizing and companies have access to the products, access to cannabis to do the testing, whereas prior to, well, just like here in Indiana, they're not going to do any studies on it here in Indiana. They can do studies on CBD and hemp here in Indiana, but because of the Farm Bill, but not elsewhere. But not cannabis is what I'm saying.
Universities can do cannabis research. I think Purdue does.
It's not legal in Indiana, so even as a university, they have to be specially licensed.
Yeah, but the universities get specially licensed. What I'm talking about, it's the daily discoveries of the cannabinoids themselves
and what they all do.
Right.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of speculation over the years, and it's nice to see that science is coming in and actually, proving what we thought. Hey, Wayne, what's up? You know what? I think we are going to go to
a musical break.
A short musical break. And this is the Legends of Long Beach.
Who's this?
Well, this is Mike Houlihan.
Oh, okay.
And a couple other people that you may or may not have heard of.
Oh, well, all right.
All right. Let's do this.
Oh, Lil Daddy the Dime. Hey, Ratchet, good looking out. No attitude. Badass. In the wind again. Organized crime. I received this from heaven. Fantasy that music. I got you, dog. Low life. E-dub.
She just cracking. Back up in my Cadillac. Showing y'all niggas what's happening. Learning how to move with this. Quite lucrative. I keep it going, it's snowing, I think I'm through with this. Precision and vision is how I'm doing this. Enormously known, but so gratuitous. I'm buckling a lot with hustle and flow. West representing everywhere that I go. Ripping the dough, whipping it slow. This getting shaking and shivering. There's no equivalent. Cake we delivering, making all the dividends. Never going back to the pen again.
All we tryna do is just win again, win again, win again. Hair blowing all in the wind again, win again. Hair blowing all in the wind again, win again. Got my hair around again. When I pushed up on a session, badass hit me from heaven. I heard Snoop, so I fall in the coop. Got a call from Ratchet, put the money in the basket. From Adams to Long Beach, smashing. Yeah. What's up, world? Mr. Badass broadcasting live with the big bang. Bang pressure, serious saying. I see you, little man. I'm a boss, so you know they gon' love me in the streets. Just one that's gon' guarantee the team gon' be. I'm rolling with the LLGs, you gotta see. and a plate at the table, nigga, just like me. I'm on Kate Nash, 17 the Coronado. Road started off this mission to hit a lick like the lotto. Stay afloat like the love prayer is the motto. Dog Pound gave me wings to this day. Wow, wow, wow. Me and Snoop like him and Dr. Dre, not five. Me and the low life's kinda like Snoop and the Pound. See if a bitch can't swim, then she bound to drown. And I'ma get up, just to get down. On top, it's underground like the submarine things is way below sea level. Cause on the way to the penthouse, you gon' see devils. And don't get off the elevator till you see heaven.
Badass. What the fuck happened, dog?
Y'all stay smooth. Thanks for recording this, Seven. I love you, Ratchet. Low lives.
Loco. Hey, I'm refreshing. Got you. Hit me up, dog. Thank you. Got you. Badass, a little blood up for a fucking reason. The LA Lakers of the game up for the baller season. Probably believe it if you really wanna. And Ramona on the corner put the boner in the black Range Rover. The truck was kind of full of Doja. I told you that it would happen. Me and you rapping together forever in a day. And blow weed all day. When I called you on that Friday, you was rolling on the highway. Shut up, broad, I do it my way. Your neck was on the highway, baby. Hit me with the cool feeling. Really, it was very diabolical. It made me astronomical. Yeah, a few synonyms for the homie Eminem. Now look a little daddy blend with them. Much love to killing them. I'ma get you, little Kim. On my video, check out how I'm tilting my brim. E-dubs, low life, Dog Pound, your life, flawless, flawless, yes, y'all charless. Yeah. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Rest in peace, Rocky. Live life. Hip hop will die. Yeah. Hip hop will die. I got you, badass. Ratchet. Hey, badass. Hey, Dante. Turn that shit up. Hey, badass. Tom Slick. Hey, badass. Low life gangster.
Unmute us.
And unmute us and then pause that. Do you get it done? Are we unmuted? Are we here?
We're here.
Can they hear us?
Yes, they can hear us, but they can't.
They can't see us?
There. So that was the Legends of Long Beach. Check them out. Like their stuff.
Absolutely.
Might be surprised who all's in that music there that you just checked out.
Yeah.
But you know what? If I sat here and I thought about this and told everybody, okay, this is what. Hey, Devon, this is what. That's on Monday. She gets t-shirt. She gets t-shirted on Thursdays. Good evening, Lisa. No, you know, if I sat here and told you all of the benefits of CBD and CBG, I would be going through a laundry list, and you'd be saying, "Oh wow, you know what doesn't this do? You know, does it clean your toilets and your sink too? Does it remove stains? No, but you know, if you are health conscious at all." And if you are a regular cannabis user,
well, not only
you
CBD,
really need to consider adding these cannabinoids to your lifestyle, just like vitamins. And
now
that's the
we've
way I would
talked
look
about
at it.
this too is hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil is phenomenal for your digestive system.
Yes, but ours doesn't have enough hemp
No,
seed oil
I
in
know,
it,
but
too.
like if you're wanting to go whole plant, like hemp seed oil, CBDs, you know what I mean? All of that is amazing for the human body.
Oh yeah, and we are whole plant. Our carrier, we don't use anything but all hemp.
Right, our carrier
products.
oils are hemp seed, yeah.
So you know, you can go on and check our COAs. We are lab tested. We are a legal LLC company. So check us out and compare us. If you are taking a CBD today, and it's not ours, compare our price and our quality and our milligrams to what you're taking. And I think you are going to be amazed. Devin says, thank you for the giveaway, Mama Rochi and Master Rochi, putting that tray grinder and roach clip to good use. Well,
awesome. You got it. I take it.
Wonderful.
That's amazing.
Wonderful.
Good deal. He was a first-time winner on our show for someone that hadn't won before.
Yes.
So that's awesome. I'm so glad you liked it. Like I said, it was just a little, nothing fancy, expensive, but just a little gift.
You know, but you really need to look into adding cannabinoids to your health regimen. It's amazing what they can do. All right, you know what? We are going to take our intermission. And when we get back from our intermission, we have Jeff Goins on the program. He is going to tell us all about the 420 rally in Crawfordsville, Indiana. So we will be back in just a minute. Let's see what we've got on
as far as
deck.
our commercial.
Yeah. All right. We are going to
Paying
be
the bills,
gone
paying the
for
bills.
4 minutes and 12 seconds. We will see you then.
Are you frantically pounding away on your keyboard these days to discuss your views, share your passions, teach a skill, or share a craft to the masses on social media? Podcasting is a bright light that can help you reach a diverse audience. And NOK Network can help. Even if you have no experience, NOK Network will work with you to develop your content to air on our diverse network to reach a wide audience, allowing us all to grow together. Podcasts are aired on multiple platforms simultaneously, across social media and streaming sites, live through our network. Contact us and let's chat about how we can help you develop your podcast and join the NOK team.
NOK Network presents Ganja News Update. Join joint host Christine Terra and Michelle Perrata as they bring you their global cannabis news update. Catch the Ganja News reporters weekly on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time as they cover cannabis news from around the globe in this 60-minute video news podcast. Stay up to date with Ganja News Update Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern on NOK Network. Follow and subscribe to NOK Network on our webpage, social media, and streaming sites, including Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. No Sir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine and is spreading the education across the North. Activism, resources, referrals, and more at No Sir. Don't be a jackass. Say no sir to cannabis propaganda with No Sir. Find us at www.nocer.ca.
Put it all away for 30 minutes a day on IWK. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh is a virtual gathering where consumers meet up for a toke and some laughs at 7 p.m. Eastern nightly. Originally aired on InfoWikim social media pages, the IWK 710 Daily Sesh is now also podcasted on NOK Network. Rotating joint hosts bring you a variety of content during this 30-minute virtual smoke sesh. Take a break from the stresses in life and put it all away for 30 minutes a day. on IWK. Podcasted nightly at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NOK Network.
Now we get back to the regular program. Yeah.
And we're back. And you know what? We only have beautiful people on the show.
Yep.
You know that. That is a flat out rule. And we got a beautiful person, Jeff Sonny Goins, coming on. And I'm telling you, speaking to the people out there, that have legal states, you knew what you had to do to get your rights. That's what we're going through right now. And this man is on the front lines of it.
Every day.
Yep. So
every day.
Sonny, Jeff, welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you for taking time.
Man, it's good to be here, guys. I've been looking forward to it. How you doing this evening?
We are just beautiful, my friend. Just beautiful. And how are you?
Man, I ain't got a complaint in the world. I'm upright and breathing, and I'm able to fight for this cause. I've got a plethora of supporters behind me. You know, the best thing about this whole cannabis advocacy thing is the people we meet, man, and the relationships we build. The cannabis family is such an amazing group of people, and we've been persecuted for so long, and it's time. It's our time, Indiana. This is a critical year, guys, and we can make change, but we've got to do it,
Well, you shared some information on what you're getting. You are just building up a head of steam on this, my friend. I'm very, very impressed with what you're putting together. Would you like to share with folks some of the people and what you've got cooking?
Man, we've got our third annual Crawfordsville 420 rally coming up here in just a little over 2 weeks, and this started out with one man on a street corner 3 years ago. His name's Jason Spurlock, and he's my road dog. He's one of my guys. And one man and one sign. And the second year, I don't know, we may have had 15 or 20 people show up over the course of the day, but we got a little more support. We got Tina involved, and some people from Normal helped us out. Brian Campbell, I just got off the phone with him today, talked to him for a little while. They're doing big things. Indiana Normal, he's a board member and friend of mine. But no, man, we just seen a need in Crawfordsville and the surrounding area. There wasn't nobody standing up and standing out. And my approach is a little different than a lot of others. I'm in their faces, places, and spaces because I believe they need to hear the truth.
And you are too.
I think that,
Well, that's what we need in Indiana, and that is getting a grassroots effort and everybody pulling in the same direction. We have a lot of little groups kind of scattered around, but don't seem to all be going in the same direction. And you're kind of
no, it's really hard to get. Yeah, it's really hard to get collaboration in between all the smaller groups. I actually just about 3 or 4 weeks ago launched the Indiana Cannabis Coalition to try to alleviate some of that a little bit. It's a public page on Facebook. And what my intent was for that was to get all these little groups together. I don't want the admins of those little groups to give up their work, or, they work hard, but we have to have numbers. There's no special somebody somewhere that's going to do this for us.
No.
It's going to take every cannabis consumer and they got to stand up, stand out, voice, and vote. It's critical, and we're in a position this year to put a cannabis-friendly governor in office. We're Indiana's in a unique position, period. There's so many states that's legalized, and there's so much we can learn from that. We could make some of the best cannabis laws in the nation if we just come together, and we have to tell our legislators what we want. If we don't speak out, they're gonna deal with other issues, and we're in a fight. We're in a war. You know, I mean, there's lots of big money that goes into keeping cannabis illegal.
Oh,
So
Well,
if we just
especially
sit
in
back
Indiana.
and armchair quarterback, we're never going to get anywhere.
Speaking of that, let's spark one up for the prohibition state of Indiana. And
Let's do that.
enjoy.
So I have a question. First of all, do you prefer to be called Jeff or Sonny?
I like Sonny. It's a family name. It goes back about 5 generations. So
Okay. Sonny, I am ecstatic to be going back to Crawfordsville on 420 to help you out. We left Crawfordsville. We moved out of Crawfordsville 9 years ago. So it is Master Rochi's hometown.
oh, I love Crawfordsville. People ask me all the time why I don't just pack up and go to a legal state. And I feel like I shouldn't have to become a cannabis refugee to medicate and recreate how I choose. I feel like 270 plus million Americans have that right. And it's ludicrous that our lawmakers won't hear our voice.
Well, I'm going to try to run for District 42 representative again and see if we can actually make something work. Again, we can scream. We have screamed from the steps. It's time to start putting people inside to actually make the changes.
And that's a good point. Lots of these guys run unopposed. So if we can't make those changes, like you, the normal guy, going and doing his part and trying to make the change happen from within, as well as what we do now. But yeah, you're right. We haven't seen much headway. We haven't seen much steam. I mean, we had 10 cannabis bills die in committee this year.
We did get one to a hearing. First time in history.
We did. And I applaud that, but before the hearing was ever said, they said they wasn't going to have a vote on it. So,
Right.
we've got to remove some people from office and place some cannabis friendly allies in their place.
And the only time that they will listen to us if they think they're going to lose their job. And one of the things that I've been saying is I'm tired of trying to explain to people why this plant should be legal. I think it's time for them to start explaining to me how prohibition is benefiting the community and the state. That's what I want to hear is why keep prohibition going? What is so great about prohibition that is working for our community and for our state? I don't hear any answers.
There's not a valid answer. I mean, look, the prohibition of cannabis was probably the single most negligent and criminal act a sitting Congress ever committed for the profit of a few private people at a private industry. It's insane. They didn't have a constitutional amendment like they have with any other prohibition. There was 90 seconds of testimony, no rebuttal, and it happened. It was paid for, bought and paid for.
Yep. And they ignored the recommendation of the AMA, saying that there is no reason for this plant to be criminalized.
Well, yeah, Petro petrochemicals and big pharma's push to demonize natural medicine back in the 30s and 40s, man, it was well orchestrated. They did a good job because they still think we're witch doctors.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
I mean,
And you know, we were talking on the first portion of the show about, you know, the different cannabinoid therapies and all. And I was saying, you know, science is finally catching up to what we already know. They're already proving what we've known for years as far as cannabinoids and THC and CBD and all of this. And it's asinine that they're making criminals out of patients in Indiana.
oh, it's ridiculous. And it's strictly a people for profit thing. You know, one of the largest contributors is private prisons, and the Association of Prosecutors. Anheuser-Busch, believe it or not, is one of the largest contributors to keeping marijuana illegal.
Well, yeah, they're going to lose lots of money.
Right?
And all
People
those,
would rather smoke weed than drink.
but they've got so much money. So we have to rely on the facts. We have to rely on the science, and we've got 87 years of indoctrination and misinformation and lies that we have to overcome. But like you pointed out, the science is doing that now, you know, and people are accepting it. And if we could get something done where the study wasn't so restricted, this field would blow up. You wouldn't believe if we could really freely do our studies. Man, my slogan is "Through the planet, heal the people, save the planet," and I believe that in every sense of it, from food to fuel to fiber to medication, recreation.
You know, now who all are you going to have at this rally? I mean, we're going to show up, but who important are you going to have at the rally?
Okay, well, I've been on the phone with Donald Rainwater's campaign manager all week this week, and I believe that he will be there for a short period to make a statement on his stance on cannabis. He's a libertarian running for governor.
Well, I would love to get a couple words from him in an interview.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Said I would love to have a short interview from him.
Yeah, we voted for him.
That'd be great, right?
Yeah,
that'd be
we voted
awesome.
for him.
We invited Jennifer McCormick, but one of my assistants is taking care of that, and I haven't heard. So, look, I believe our mayor will probably be there. Then, of course, I'm going to speak for a minute. When I was talking to Brian Campbell on the phone, he said there are going to be some members of Indiana Normal there, so I'm hoping they'll bring some stuff and set up a little booth.
Wonderful.
You know, I just got hacked and lost my primary account, so I'm still trying to rebuild all my contacts.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah.
Master Rochi will be there.
Yeah.
And live.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be
we'll be there. I got a couple business owners coming. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna talk, and we're gonna educate some people. It's got a lot of free stuff to give away, a lot of swag. It's on a Saturday. We're expecting a really good turnout. You know, and by the way, if we get over 100 people, I'm getting this big cannabis leaf tattooed on my head, live streaming the following week. That's my challenge. I'm in the doghouse for it. My wife's really not on board too much. I mean, she is, but she's not real happy.
Well, you know,
I see a lot of flowers and candy in her future.
you know what, brother? I can't let you do that alone. So I will, and I'm gonna set it. How many people?
I that's on you.
I want to see 1,000 people there. So, but I may cave if there's less than 1,000. But 1,000 people at Crawfordsville on 420 is my expectation. We've got a lot of supporters, and you know what?
And Master Rochi said that he will get a cover-up tattoo with a cannabis leaf on the back of his head.
No, I'm going to go one better. I will put Legalize Indiana with your logo with the red, white, and blue leaf on the back of my head.
I love it, man. I love it. That is awesome. Hell yeah.
I'm not going to let you go under the needle alone.
I love it, brother. And that 1K, I tell you what, I'd like to bust that wide open. Look, all it's going to take is a little bit of unity, man. It's easy too. You go to like Indiana.gov, right? And you type in find your legislator, and you write the dude, and you just tell him how you feel about it. You know, don't get stupid with them, but you know, talk to him like a normal human being. You don't have to be a lawyer to write your legislator.
Yeah, and if at one time, Normal had a form letter that you could download and personalize to send to your legislator, or you know, a sample letter if you wanted to approach them. So tagging Wayne, hey Wayne. Wayne lives in Indianapolis.
Yeah, we need tagging Wayne there in Crawfordsville on 420.
Tagging Wayne needs to come up and join us in Crawfordsville. And you know what? You know, we've got to get the word out, because also, folks, remember, there's safety in numbers. You don't have to worry about standing out or being, you know, harassed. You know, come out, and just by showing up and learning and listening, we're going to have a lot of smart people there.
We're going to be handing out stickers, and
of
course,
sure.
I'm not bringing product to sell. We're not setting up a booth. I'm going to bring a few things for you, Sonny, and you know, a couple, maybe some samples of a few things. But
I was right. Wayne did grow up in
Crawfordsville?
In Crawfordsville. He graduated in 2005.
Oh, that's right. We talked about it because we had talked about your parents being teachers and if you'd had them.
Yeah. Well, I was in Crawfordsville a couple of years earlier than that. I graduated in 83. From North Montgomery.
But where did your parents teach?
Oh yeah, both mom and dad taught at Crawfordsville for 30 years each. So
right on. I love my community, and hey, speaking about not standing out, look, I've been working this community for a long time, and you know I'm loud and I'm proud, and I go, and I stand in front of the police station, I stand in front of the courthouse, I stand in front of the Justice Center, I talk to all these people. Most of our police officers are supportive if you get them by themselves and talk to them, because I talk to all of them. I have no fear. I'm not doing anything wrong. So I don't feel like that I should have to hide, you know. I mean, I'm not going to break out a bag of weed in front of one of them, but there's no law against trying to change the law, folks. You know.
No, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And you know, I am the same, and I am a full supporter. And I don't stand in front of the. It's in front of the.
You did call the county courthouse though to find out what their stance was on marijuana and how much you could get caught with without going to jail.
Well, I was going around to see what local laws were and municipalities compared to what the state law said. and I wanted to know what was here. But yeah, we did stop growing when we started doing
When we
this.
started doing this, yeah.
But you know, it's
Right.
but you know, several people have told me the same thing. Why don't you move to a legal state? And I said, well, if everybody did that, Indiana would never become legal. And there's been enough people that have left the state to go to places that were legal and took their businesses with them. And, you know, that's just, in my eyes, just not right. I love this state. I love the people. And I want to stay here and fight for it.
I mean, we drive 10 minutes and we're in Illinois.
Yeah. I mean, we're 10
Definitely.
minutes.
So, yeah.
But Wayne, I respect the hell out of what you do. You know, when we talk about people on the front lines in the trenches, you, my friend, you know, are that person that's out there daily engaging and keeping the subject in their forefront of their thoughts.
Wayne says he
Yeah.
served a year in the county jail in
Man,
Crawfordsville.
I appreciate it. It's an honor. It's a privilege to serve my community. And I don't know how much impact I'm really having, but if I change one mind, if I open up one set of eyes, I've done something. And just to have conversation, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise, you're standing on the street with this sign. You might be the only dude there, but 500 cars pass you, and you can guarantee there's 500 conversations about cannabis going on.
Right.
Absolutely.
And those are the things. I mean, it's easy, folks. And I know some of you are in communities where that's just, you know, it ain't, you're not going to do it, because next thing you know, the police will be slower over in your house and smelling your doors. So I get it, right?
And
But like those veterans, register to vote and vote, man. I mean,
Vote
we've
for
got to vote.
cannabis-friendly candidates.
I mean, you will see in Indiana far more, you know, Pornhub bumper stickers than you ever will cannabis stickers.
Right.
On cars. Because, you know, if you don't live in Indiana, you don't understand how serious Indiana is about your prohibition, and you think that Sonny's joking about them slow rolling your house.
Well, no, we have friends that live in Ohio that have farms in Michigan, and friends that live in Illinois that travel to Indiana to doctor's appointments that will not. They will take the quickest and shortest route in Indiana they can to avoid being in Indiana. Because if they get pulled over, what happens if they dropped a roach in their car a month ago? You know, they're worried.
Well, they're going to jail.
They're going to go to jail in Indiana. Exactly. So we have friends that avoid Indiana at all costs.
But also the people in Indiana, you know, talk about cannabis like, you know, back during the Cold War, people in Russia talked about Levi's, you know, that they were scared that the KBG was listening and going to come and kick their door down.
Right.
We have to make it in Indiana that people can talk freely about cannabis and its benefits and don't have to worry about, you know, being shunned or, man, you can't be talking about that shit here.
Well, and that's, you know, we're a CBD company. However, we support legalization of marijuana, of cannabis. Well,
I support legalization of all plants.
So for one, the
Amen.
shirt that Matthew Archie's wearing, I don't know if you know about the marijuana maintenance program in Joshua White. They are getting people off opioids and alcohol by teaching them to grow their own medicine with marijuana. And it's an amazing program.
But we couldn't even
I stress that a lot when I'm talking to people that don't know much about cannabis, and they're like, oh, it's a gateway drug. And I'm like, oh, no. It's an exit therapy. And not only for opioids, but lots of prescription drugs.
Absolutely.
And it's doing miracles. It's saving lives every day.
Yeah.
And I love that program.
And you know, it probably saved my life at you know, at some point.
Oh, I'm sure. I know.
Yeah.
Because he was an alcoholic.
But yeah, I am an alcoholic. I mean, I consume wine every once
Right.
in a while. It's not, you know,
It's not a half a vodka before you go to bed.
yeah, a half a handle every night. So, but you know,
Yeah,
cannabis
I
does
gave that
wonderful.
stuff up about 15 years ago.
You know,
It does save lives. Cannabis can save the world.
hemp.
It can.
Yeah, it can. You know what? And I want to show this to everybody. This is about. I have a lot of books that I give away to people and share, and then just buy another copy later on. So this is the book that got me going. I think about the time I graduated. Either I was a junior or senior in high school and read this, and it changed my world. And it's the Emperor Wears No Clothes, and it's the Jack Harrer book. And this is the book that started kind of started the revolution. Aha! There we go. What a man. So
It never leaves me.
But you know, if you really want to read, and every bit of what was written then we can add to now, but it's still true today. So I would encourage anybody to order this book, pick it up, read it. It'll really open up your mind.
Yeah, for sure. It's every cannabis advocate's. I call it my cannabis advocate's Bible. And every time you read it, you're gonna think about something that he's wrote in there, and it's all truth. He's backed it all up. It's an amazing book. I love it.
Oh yes, but that's what got me standing in the late '80s, early '90s, handing out the trifold. I think they were gray and blue, normal pamphlets on the street, and I mean, yeah, some people took them, some people just throw them down in front of you. You know, it was. You know, it's been rough in Indiana, and you know, so many states are going, but you know, we've got to get medical. We have to get medical passed in Indiana. We have too many people suffering. Our veteran community is suffering, and it's ridiculous. And we've got to end this. And the only way we can do this is bringing people together and showing them that if you're not willing to work with us, then we're willing to find somebody that will.
Amen. For sure. And that's the purpose of these rallies. That's the purpose of these demonstrations, you know, to unite and have unity as a singular front where we can show the public that we're not just a bunch of potheads just sitting around hiding, getting high, you know. And you're absolutely right. We have to stop the suffering, and we have to, at the very minimum, get medical marijuana in Indiana. And really, our fight won't be over even when we get recreational, because then you got to get into consumer protections and all kinds of things. You know, your employer can't fire you because you're medicated.
One thing that we've discussed too is self.
Oh yeah, you know, we always have to
self-regulation.
Make sure, yeah, that you know we allow people to grow their own. But you know,
definitely.
We're a smart state. We're a smart state, and we can look at the successes and failures of all the other states. And you're right, we could craft some of the best cannabis laws in the country by looking at what has worked and what hasn't. And, you know, that is the great approach.
Right. And look, I want to give a shout out to the state of Washington, too. They just took away the cannabis tax on medical cannabis. They do not tax medical cannabis.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? That is fantastic. Because, you know, the market's got to work, and they can't tax it out of existence before it's even born. Especially if they want to shut down, and make all the operations legal for dispensaries and stuff, except for the home growers for themselves, but knock out, the other black market or gray market businesses. They have to compete in quality and in price. And that's what's killing a lot of these states, because they've put so many heavy taxes on them that, unless you have nowhere else to get it, you go to the dispensary.
Exactly.
And we know friends in legal states that will not buy from dispensaries. They refuse.
And I would rather support my local farmer, if I had the choice. But sometimes you don't have the choice. I don't really like paying Uncle Sam for my weed, to be honest with you.
No.
It was stolen from us, and then they locked people up for decades, gave people life sentences because they tried to pay their bills with weed money. But now it's okay for the government to pay their bills with weed money.
Oh yeah,
that's just not the way I think.
No.
Well, and that's one of the biggest holdbacks for Indiana. Illinois and a few other states went legal because their states had a deficit. Indiana does not have a deficit. So
that's another reason why they're in no hurry.
In no hurry to legalize.
Right,
yeah.
Because it's like, we don't need the money. But I say you're wrong. That money could go to mental health, because the mental health support in Indiana is terrible.
Oh, it's awful.
And, we could take that money for, mental health aid. And I don't think it could be a better way to spend tax money. That benefits the community.
Man, 100% agree. It curbs homelessness.
If you cure mental health, you cure 70% of the crime in the state.
Absolutely.
Go a long way to solving it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
We've got to address the meth and fentanyl crisis in Indiana. And you're right. Using cannabis as an exit drug has proven very effective. Our friend's 12-step program is a verified 12-step program in Missouri and Illinois and spread to other states. It works. And we can't even, we can't even have medicine as patients in this state without being, risking incarceration.
No, and it's ridiculous to think that out of all these people in America that we're right, our legislators are right, and everybody else is wrong. All they got to do is read a scientific document or two. But it's really not about healing or helping people. It's about dollars and cents. And until we get leaders that are compassionate and that want to hear us and that they want to work for the betterment of everyone, not just their party or their agenda, we're going to have these issues. I push for ballot initiatives and referendum rights, which we're one of 27 states that don't have. But that's a huge way to kind of curb their power, because we can vote as a state on issues that they won't move on. But everybody kind of just pushes you back with that,
And that is unfortunate that we've surrendered so much power as a state to our legislators, and not easily able to change things that we want changed. But they don't. It doesn't have any personal interest in them to change them.
Right.
And until we get honest real people back into office instead of groomed politicians, that went to the right schools, have the right family, know the right people,
have the right money.
Yeah, have the right money.
Yeah, there
Nothing's going
it
to
is.
change.
That's it.
I will tell people flat out, if I get elected to Indiana's, House of Representatives, I'm there to help cannabis become legal. And once that has been achieved, I will happily leave. Happily.
Right.
And let somebody else that wants to achieve something else step up and work on what they want to achieve. And I think that's the way that the country was supposed to be built. If you have an idea, you want to accomplish something, you go in, you work to accomplish that, and then you go and live under what you have accomplished or didn't accomplish.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it was ever meant to be a career either. So
No, it wasn't. You're meant to serve for that amount of time and then move on. And that's where term limits need to be set.
Yeah. Yeah, we need term limits. Yeah, we can just hit up a couple billionaires.
right.
Right.
I'll make the call. So
if only. If only it was that easy, right?
Yeah. No,
look, I've reached out to famous people. I've reached out to famous people from Indiana like numerous times. There's a lot of them, and they live in legal states, and they get high and da da da. And nobody's ever willing to come back and help. It's really strange. But
Clayton Anderson was real
let's
good
all
about.
join together and help ourselves. Let's
Right?
let's go to this rally.
Exactly right. About a lot of famous people from Indiana. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have on the back of my head.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So
Yep. That's what we're gonna have on the back of the head.
yeah, I don't care.
I know you don't
You look
care.
at me, I don't care. I just said, you need to
I love it.
you need to kind of give Sonny a heads up on how that feels, getting a tattoo on the back of your head.
Just like a little tickle.
Uh-huh.
It's all for a good cause, man. I'm telling you.
He's got a spider on the back of his head. He wants to get covered up.
But you see,
okay, there you go.
I wasn't really concentrating because at the same time that I was having the spider done, I was having a neck tattoo done at the same time. So
okay, well, so you're a little crazy.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been too bad. I'm willing to do it again.
Right.
Yeah,
I got one right down the middle of my spine, so that wasn't real
He's got
pleasant.
them everywhere.
No, we'll definitely be good. I'm looking forward to this, and we will live stream it also. We'll put it out there. Our show gets a lot of replays.
It hasn't been very busy in here tonight.
And that is really, really cool.
Look how many Indiana people are in the comments tonight.
We're seeing more and more Indiana people.
I love y'all too. Show up in Crawfordsville.
Our audience is normally Oklahoma, Arizona, Missouri, Kansas, Illinois, New York, Florida, but not so much Indiana, which is funny because that's where we're from.
Right.
But I mean, our following nobody's from Indiana. Tagging Wayne's the only one I know from Indiana.
Well, we're going to meet several people because I know Alice and Becky.
They're all from Indiana too,
Betty.
but yeah.
Thorntown, yeah. I lived in Thorntown for a short period, lived in Lebanon for a short period. And also very, very cool. Yeah, you better be there. Hell, that's just down.
What, Lebanon from Crawfordsville?
No, Thorntown.
Oh, yeah, that's right there.
So yeah, just roll on down 47 and see us. But we're going to be there. We're going to be set up. We're going to be doing lives, hopefully some interviews, talking to some people. Can't wait. Can't
Handing
wait,
out some
Sonny.
stickers, preaching the word.
Man,
And Sonny, are you doing a
so
signature
pumped
drive?
up. It is it starts at noon and ends at 5 right here at the courthouse in Crawfordsville, Indiana, the Montgomery County Courthouse. There's going to be lots of stuff going on. Look, I encourage you, if you play the guitar, bring your guitar. If you jam out on a tambourine or a harmonica, let's come have a good time. This is to show the community that we're for real, but we don't have to stand out there and just scream at people. This is for us too, so that we can commune together, like-minded people, sharing and caring. Community compassion and care will get us there, and together is the only way we're going to get better. So come see us downtown Crawfordsville. It's easy to get here. It's easy to find. And we'll fill the streets. There's plenty of room for parking around. We'll have a real good time.
Yep. I think it's going to be absolutely, absolutely wonderful. Last year, we wanted to be at the Strawberry Festival, but unfortunately,
they declined us.
They told us that, they didn't have any booth space available for us.
Actually, that wasn't what they said.
Did they just flat out decline us?
They declined us because we were a CBD company.
Oh, yeah, they just flat out declined us because we were a CBD company.
Yeah.
But we were hoping to get Strawberry. And you see, even being a legal company with tested, third-party tested products in Indiana, we still have a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're setting up in Illinois, Missouri, Ohio, Oklahoma, hopefully Oklahoma. Because even as a legal company, we're under the Farm Act.
Everything we found is legal.
CBD, it's one of the healthiest things that you could add to your regimen. So we do a lot of educating when we do set up in Indiana. But you're right, brother. You are on the track. You are, you just keep doing what you're doing. And I think you're going to catch fire.
I think we also got declined for the hill climb because we were CBD company.
We did.
Yeah.
So, we're out to support you in every way we can and help get the word out. We're in Indiana. We want to see the state decriminalize.
Absolutely.
And, we were all talking about, we kind of all got our different parts to play. And so far, everybody's doing a good job. And I think we're going to see some movement.
Oh, definitely. I think we will. I think people are tired. I think they're ready. We just got to push them a little bit, get them out there. And
right.
I know I'm not giving up. So come join me. Crawfordsville, Indiana, April 20th, noon to 5 o'clock. And let's show them we care.
Exactly. And you were right. Nobody ever gets anywhere screaming and yelling. Let's get together. Let's commune. Let's have a good time. Educate, and show them. This is also about breaking the stigma. It's not about militancy. It's not about heavy, crazy protests. This is about coming together for a common cause, a common good, and communing, listening, educating. What was the saying? A bee doesn't spend time explaining to a fly why honey is better than shit.
Right.
So anyway, we want to show them.
People are not going to be prepared to hear it. And we got to respect that. And some people are just not going to agree, and that's cool. They don't have to agree. I'm not fighting to get non-cannabis users to start using cannabis. I am fighting to give people the choice for a healthier alternative to their medical needs and just the freedom to relax and enjoy a perfectly safe recreational substance. And, and if you don't want to smoke it, that's great. You know, don't ever smoke it. Don't ever look at it. Don't ever consume it. And the world will still be just the same for them as it is for them right now, pre or post prohibition.
That's right.
Exactly. You know, we're out spreading the message of what an amazing medicine this is, and what it's curing, what it's doing, and what it's not doing for you or your family member because you happen to live in the state of Indiana. You don't have this type of medication and cures that you're able to get relief from your issues. And it's not fair. And if you did try to do this, you're considered a criminal, and your family members are considered a criminal. Your, an aunt that's dying of cancer that could benefit from FICO, but she's not taking it because other family members are saying it's illegal. This is the realization. This is what's really going on in households across Indiana. People are suffering because of these draconian laws.
Exactly. And then you got to think about the destruction of the community, the family structure, careers, dreams, with the arrest and incarceration of the cannabis consumer. I mean, it's a victimless, non-violent crime, and that's not what it's a non-crime, but it makes so much money for a system, and it feeds so many other systems that I don't know. It's pretty rough. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do. We really do.
And you're right. Even after we achieve legalization, there's still going to be a lot of work.
And ending the stigma. In all the states that it's legal, there's still the stigma behind cannabis. So that's ending the stigma is going to take a long time.
Well, it's education. Yeah. It's showing that we're not all a bunch of just stoners. We're not Cheech and Chong, Beavis and Butthead, Harold and Kumar. We're successful individuals. We actually can think and communicate. And that's the way we're going to break the stigma, is by showing folks, we may look a little different, but you know what? I'm still, here running a successful company and doing other things, and so can you.
Right.
And you're not going to go brain dead for smoking a joint.
I've ended a lot of conversations by being, it sounds like, because you know how some folks come off and they're like, oh, ignorant pothead. And I'll be like, well, this ignorant pothead had the same job for over a decade. He's a homeowner, a tax-paying citizen. I'm a college graduate. I not only advocate for cannabis, but my group does community service. We go out and do roadside things. And usually those people don't ever comment back on a thread after they find out that, the ignorant potheads.
Right. And it's it's showing people, and in this generation, the chances of somebody never ever smoking at least once, I mean, it may be 30%, but probably 70 or greater has at one time or another consumed.
Right.
Yeah, and did it run their lives? I mean, did that one joint send them down the rabbit hole that they never came out of? Or did they quit because of societal and legal pressures and jobs and stuff like that would be consuming today if they hadn't had to conform?
Right, exactly. I know lots of people that are like, look, man, I wanted a house and a car and a Harley and this, that, and the other. The only way I could do that was get this job that required this urine screen. So I put the pipe down, you know, or I just don't smoke anymore. And I'm like, I just refuse to work for those kind of employers, you know?
Yep. Exactly.
And I go find something else and I'll be okay for myself, you know? I mean, are the jobs farther and fewer in between? Yeah, but you know, if you have a good work ethic, you know, it doesn't matter anyway. But we have to change that, because I could smoke a joint on Tuesday and a month from Tuesday still test. And if I get hurt at work and I'm in one of those places that do urine screens, then I lose my job and I haven't been high for 28 days and 16 hours, you know,
Right.
if I
And it
just
all
smoke
depends
that
on-
joint.
It all depends on everybody's individual body. So what are you smoking?
SOB
What am I
zero.
smoking?
What are you smoking?
Uh-oh. I gotta turn my hearing aid up.
Yep, I am
It's not
smoking
getting
on
old.
SOB zero from the Organic Outlet.
Organic Outlet. Well, what are you smoking on, Sonny?
This is a little local stuff. It's gelato, but man, it's fire. So down the road.
Right. I can't say that this is local, but can't say that it's good.
It's very good. Very good. Lid back on the jar. Oh, what up? What up? Oh, I got to show
Who's in there?
Hakolan.
Hakulin.
Hakolan.
Hakulin.
Hakolan.
Hakulin McCulley.
This man does some fantastic beadwork.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Any kind of Native American beadwork, he is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
However, I did see one piece.
What?
And you know, I forgive him because, well, the Kansas City Chiefs. Really?
He's from that way, isn't he? No, he's from Arizona, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Oklahoma.
I don't know. All of his other stuff is really cool, and then I saw that. Not saying it wasn't excellent. I'm just saying your choice of subject matter is questionable, my friend. So, well, you know what, Sonny, it has been absolutely great having you here. Look forward to seeing you in Crawfordsville. I want to. He said he's no fan of any NFL. All right, makes me feel better. But we got to have you back at least a couple of more times to talk to people on, you know, on a Monday, and then maybe on another Thursday or on 2 Mondays. But we want to make sure that we get the word out to everybody. I'm going to be rerunning the ads. Yeah, college is so much better. I'm a Notre Dame fan. We'll see how that works this year.
You're a Purdue fan.
No, I haven't watched Purdue for years.
He's been watching. Him and my brother have gotten in, and my brother's always been a Notre Dame fan.
I used to be a Purdue fan, and then I would just turn them on, get depressed, turn them off, and turn on Notre Dame. So it's like I'll just skip directly to Notre Dame because Purdue has broken my heart too many times. I'm staying in Indiana, but I'm moving to Notre Dame.
There you go. Man, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you guys, and I definitely want to come back on. We got lots to talk about, and
Absolutely.
and yeah, we'll get this done. But like I said, it's going to take all of us together to get it done. And
Hey, Sonny, we're gonna tell everybody good night. Why don't you just hang out for a little bit until we say good night and we can chat.
Yeah, and then we'll chat here in a few minutes.
Sounds good. Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Namaste, my friend. You are a beautiful person. I'll be back with you in just a minute.
All right. Well, guys, it's been fun. It's been real, but it is Thursday night and it is time to say goodnight.
Just remember, my friends, I want to thank you for being here. And this will be an hour that you will never get back. So
love
with
each
that,
other. Be kind. Smile because it may be the only one someone sees today, tomorrow. And have a great weekend. Go ahead.
hey, we'll see you here on Monday with Put Something Positive in Your Mondays with Master Rochi and Mama. Until then, and as what?
As always.
As what?
As always.
As what?
Always.
Are you sure about that? And as always, peace, love, good vibes.
Good night,
all.
everybody.